Morning everyone, Ollie here. We're out on a wicked mission today, down here in the Coromandel. It's getting a good pie into me. We're going to shoot out wide to the Alderman Islands and a few spots here in between, launching out of Freediving, and yeah, the weather is absolutely mint. No wind, no swell. Fingers crossed for some good viz, but yeah, gonna be awesome. Shoot some fish. Beautiful morning here in Freediving. Pretty exciting. We jump in at the first spot and are greeted to the most amazing clear blue water. Still conditions, no swell, no wind, and just thousands and thousands of fish, predominantly being the kahawai, but bits and pieces such as pink mau and sorts in the mix also. Just a sight to behold, absolutely amazing. It's hard to fathom how many fish were here. As far as the eye could see in all directions, just an immense school of kahawai. All big mature fish. It was just incredible. We just kept diving down into these schools, being surrounded by these big vortexes of kahawai, milling around. Just an incredible experience. It was quite early in the morning, nearing the high tide. We were after some big kingfish today, so just enjoyed the diving, warming up, surrounded by the kahawai. We knew they'd be here all day, so we can always stop in later and grab some. It was quite quiet, so we decided to jump out after having a few dives and move on to another spot. Well, we just jumped in at the first spot, pretty awesome. Big schools of kahawai and then everything, thousands of fish. But yeah, the search was continues and just a nice little time. Going to be plenty of kahawai around today, so no need to shoot the too soon. Just having a nice day out on the water, so cruising on, shooting up to the Alderman Islands now, so hopefully the wind stays the same and stays fishing. Just got some dolphins up ahead. Whole lot of gannets working, and then yeah, dolphins in the mix. Woohoo! Righto, we've made it to the new spot, and surface is just alive with fish. Huge workups over there, looks like trevally. Let's go kill something. Yeah, boys. Oh man, oh, you're going to see it just getting hit. Most likely kingies under there. Water's still inky blue. Incredible, so pretty pumped. Woo! Coming close to us now. Oh man, that's getting hurt. Oh. After cruising along with this huge pod of dolphins, there must have been hundreds. It was just incredible. We make it to the next spot, jumping in to be greeted by even cleaner blue water. It was just incredible viz, down to 25 meters plus in places. Absolutely beautiful diving. Huge schools of mau and sorts here, a few kingies in the mix cruising through. Not that big, so we let them be. Yellowtail Kingfish, a quite inquisitive fish, very inquisitive, especially at a younger age and size like this one here. They'll come right up to you and have a look. It's always a pleasure diving with these fish, and especially in such clean, beautifully blue water. The Alderman Islands are often referred to as the vanishing volcanoes. They're the remnants of a once larger volcanic complex. So yeah, you can see the terrain on the bottom here as we sink down onto this reef. Very cool formations and just a pleasure to experience. Here I am, peering over some nice ledges, trying to spot a snapper parked up, but it was all very quiet today. As we're cruising along this big face here, suddenly a big school of koheru come flying over. They seemed like they were on a mission to get out of where they were, so we headed towards that direction, knowing there was probably some yellowtail kingfish chasing them up. I'm creeping over the sledge here, finning into the current. There's a few snapper down the bottom here. Nothing big, nothing worth taking, so I push out into the deep blue water. And before I know it, some nice kingfish come rolling through. I make sure that safety's off and whack it right through the head. Good shot. It looks like the fish is stoned. As it often is the case, the fish kicks into life unless you've really put the shaft through the brain, and it takes off into the depths. These are just such powerful fish. I just love fighting kingfish. The fish's mates join it. As you can see, a good few fish down the bottom circling their friend. They're not sure what's going on. I just swim hard off the reef, trying to keep that kingfish away from the reef. If he gets down on there, it's quite easy to bust you off. The fish is pretty hurt, even though it's a good sized fish, so I'm making good ground, just slowly pulling it up. I know I've got a good holding shot, so just slowly wind that fish in. It's not my biggest kingfish, but it's a good model. Good, nice, fat kingfish. Slowly bring it up. Got to be careful at this part of the fight. They can go nuts and run circles around you and tangle you up. That's where it gets dangerous, so just slowly bring it in and get that hand up into the gills. Once you're in there, the fight's over. We get the fish on the boat,
grab a few photos. It's a nice fish, can't complain there. Beautiful, beautiful eating fish, so versatile. We don't muck around and get back in the water. Trying out some new guns here. I grab a 90cm model, some nice koheru coming through, so put a shaft into this one. Nice fat little barrel, the most amazing beautiful raw fish. I sink back down again after dealing with the koheru. Big schools of pink maumau here, can't quite close the gap, quite tricky fish at times. Then out of the blue, here come the bronze whalers. They'd smelt the blood, heard the struggle, and they came to check the scene out. Not big sharks, but just in a nice placid state. Had some nice dives with them, and then came the kingfish. The kingfish came and went quite fast, so I shot a baitfish and chummed it up, trying to bring in some more action. Now this could quite likely bring in the sharks again, but wasn't too worried. They didn't seem too aggressive. It's nice clean water to spot them from a distance, and it's an enjoyable thing. I want to learn more about sharks. It's fun diving with them. Here I go down again, sinking into the depths, trying to get down to the level of the fish. When you're at the same level as them, they become a bit more relaxed and you have a better chance of getting a shot at one. I'm back down again, not seeing anything worth taking the first dive. And then I spot in the distance a nice sized trevally, just milling at the back. Comes in a bit too close. I ease down towards the fish, stretch out and take a good shot. Good enough anyways. Nice little trev. That was pretty fun diving with those sharks. A few bronzies. Got the lone trevally in the mix. But yeah, beautiful day.
Sharks are cool though.
They were awesome, eh?
What was it, like 4 or 5 of them?
Yeah.
Well, it's been a pretty awesome morning so far. Whacked over that nice kingy. Just the most insane conditions I've ever dived in New Zealand. The water out here is just incredible. 20-25 metre plus fizz, easy. Yeah, it's all go, so just pleasure diving. We're just nudging in here to the main Alderman Islands. Just going to find a nice bay tucked up over there. We're going to get the spicy chicken out lunchtime and have a bit of a recharge, and yeah, we'll go from there. There's just so much places and coastline here to explore. It's just incredible. So yep, that's us. It's just a bit of exploring. I've only been here once, the other boys maybe once as well, so all new ground to us. Yeah, and I just thought we'll go out and explore. I don't really like asking spots off people. Half the time they're useless. But it's just fun finding new ground yourself, so that's part of the whole game out here, just exploring new stuff. So anyways, absolutely beautiful day. This place is just incredible. going to do a bit of shallow diving, have a look for some snapper, the likes of that, maybe some crays. There are some big pack-horse lobsters out at the Alderman Islands. I don't know the spot for them, but hey, we're just going to have a search. We've got a few divers over here, can see a few buoys and flags. So hey, maybe they know the spot. Yeah, it's just stunning. Always want to whack another kingy each, so yeah, we'll have a bit of lunch, do some nice shallow stuff, see what else is around, and then we can always stop in back at those rocks on the way home, and there were plenty of kingies around, so yep, all day ahead. Absolutely just incredible place. If you haven't been out to the Alderman Islands, I yeah, highly suggest it. It's just another world. Jurassic Park. Oh, we got the spicy chicken.
Yeah, man,
this is
spicy
the best stuff for out on the boat.
That's right.
And we're gonna mix it with a bit of trevally sashimi. So.
Oh, there they are. Old lady.
Alright, we've got the trevally cut up. Sashimi time. There you go. Let's test it out.
Nice sterilised wakeboard. Oh, yeah.
Beautiful. Wasabi. That's beautiful. Alright, we're gonna jump.
With a little bit of lunch in the stomach, being spicy chicken and some fresh trevally, we get back into the clear blue water, into some shallow terrain, and are met by big vast schools of demersal fish like these. Just beautiful, beautiful big schools bumping into our faces. Really cool experience. We make our way into a nice bay here, beautiful crayfish looking terrain, big boulders covered in kelp and sorts, cracks and crevices. We have a good hunt.
no luck on the bugs in that little spot, but we're going to go out, hit some pins and see what we can find here.
We bombed down onto this nice pin at the back of the islands here. Perhaps the wrong time of tide, wrong time of day. Not sure what factors came into play, but it was pretty quiet apart from a few pink mau mau down deeper. We decided to move on and head to some other rocks closer in.
Nothing's going on, there's no baitfish.
We're creeping along here, jumping in at a new spot, staying close to the reef, peeking around corners, trying to see if there's any snapper lurking about. A bit more surgy and rough here, currents pushing, but still not a lot of fish around. Lots of small fish, no big fish. Here I am, sinking down onto the reef here, just peeking down this gutter here. Always on the hunt for a snapper, just parked up in the right spot. Amazing scenes of all the demersal, pretty cool experience. Here's Blondie, just floating mid-water, assessing the situation, keeping his eyes out for a nice kingfish to swim out of the deep blue. Not much bait fish around, so usually that means not many kingfish. Here's a moray eel tucked up in a crevice. They may look quite intimidating or threatening to people when they're opening their mouths, but the eels open and close their mouth to breathe by pumping water through their gills.
That's beautiful. Oh well, we just tried a new spot out that I'd been recommended by someone else, and as it often goes, like I said earlier, you can't trust other people's spots. Absolute dud, lifeless, but yeah, nice chill diving, no current and whatnot. So we're just cruising along this coast now. There's Cock Rock. We had to stop in back first spot of the day, try and whack another kingy or two, and try and find some crays along the coast, and that's going to be us today. Couple of kingies, couple of crays, and then it's probably beer o'clock. So Friday night here, down the Coromandel, go for a cold one. Anyways, we'll see you at the next spot, and hopefully got some kingy action for you.
Your chart needs a bit of adjustment.
We're back at Sport X. All right, Jose, get your gear on. Wow,
lot cleaner. It's incredible.
We spent the afternoon diving this original rock. As you can see, the water is just crystal clear blue water. Absolutely amazing. Surrounded by hundreds, thousands of kahawai. We didn't even want to shoot them. We were just taking in the scenes, appreciating this amazing resource we have here in New Zealand. What a fantastic spot. I'm just chilling down here on the reef. It's about 15 meters and the kahawai are just loving it. Circling me, circling the reef. It's just thick with fish. Unbelievable scenes. Here I am just sinking down once again into the vast schools of kahawai. It was just amazing. There were no kingfish to be seen, maybe due to the slim numbers of bait fish, including kohiru and such, which are their favourite. But hey, it was just a sight to behold, and we were just enjoying being in these big schools. The kahawai looked to be doing a bit of mating here or such, I'm not sure. It was just crazy. There was so many fish, you almost get dizzy. Decided to start knocking a few over. Good to take some kahawai home. Beautiful smoked, beautiful raw, pan fried, you name it. Very underrated fish, and with such a vast number of them, didn't mind taking a few home. Bled well and gutted on the spot, straight onto ice. It's beautiful eating.
It's the clearest water I've ever seen. Even better than out there.
Well, the captain wasn't gonna let us go home without a crayfish for his dinner, so we pulled into a local reef close inshore and had a hunt for some rock lobster, red crayfish.
back at Blink Smokehouse in Whiringa. So, get this done. It's not done. Where are we going?
These spearheads are bloody decent bloody fish.
Head coming in, some good models.
Yeah. 15 kilos. Yeah. Want to grab that, you younger fellas, and put it in the chiller?
Oh, she is a big one. There's a king here. A few kings lined up, ready to be smoked.
Yeah, right. So it's learning, you know, like.
G'day guys, back home. What a day that was. Just incredible scenes. I've never encountered such amazing visibility and fish life here in New Zealand. It was just amazing. So just dropped the kingfish off at Blink Smokehouse once again. It's just too easy. Best smoked fish around. Just drop it off next day or 2 days later, all done, vacuum sealed, done. Too easy, good price. What else do you want? So that's that for today. We're going to regroup, get the GoPros charging, bloody have a beer, have a feed, and back out it tomorrow. So we'll have another mission for you soon. What a day, what a day. So cheers for watching. Hope you really liked that one. Hit the subscribe if you haven't seen my stuff before and you want to see more spearfishing and hunting and outdoors content. That's me, Ollie Craig. So yeah, see you on the next episode. Cheers guys.